What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Spare Change. Today we've got Transformers Dark of the Moon on 4K and 3D Blu-ray. I won't get into any plot details, but it does involve some huge robots. I'm just going to give you my thoughts and impressions on the video and audio quality. But first, let's do this unboxing. Now for some tech specs. The movie was shot in 35mm and on digital 3D. It's got a 2K DI. Runtime is 154 minutes. It's rated PG-13. Aspect ratio is 235:1. So if you're watching on a TV, you'll get those black bars on the top and bottom of your screen. So image quality gets a nice increase over the regular Blu-ray. Small details like flying debris to the internal workings of the Autobots were finely detailed and rendered. Close-up shots of the actors' faces revealed blemishes, pores, and wrinkles in almost every scene with great accuracy. The added resolution extends all the way to the background scenery as buildings and landscapes became more apparent and displayed greater textures. Where this disc really shines is in the wider color gamut HDR brings in both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. The orange and teal cinematography, whether you like it or not, is on full display here. Contrast levels are both deeper and brighter and give great dimension and depth to the image with better separation of foreground and background elements. Chapter 1's opening space battle had some deep dark black levels with fantastic gradations from dark to light. Explosions peaked bright with reds and oranges looking more saturated and vivid. Skin tones looked natural and sometimes would look like they just got back from the tanning salon. The HDR could run a little hot at times as whites may tend to look overblown, or some colors like reds may exhibit a little bit of blooming, or it could just be a stylistic decision on the cinematographer's part. The movie was also shot in native 3D, and I think it's one of the better transfers out there. Chapter 1 space battle looked amazing in 3D, with ships flying well beyond the screen barrier and foreground elements popping right off the screen. The base jump sequence in Chapter 17 places you on top of those buildings and may actually make you feel a little lightheaded with all the added depth and dimension to the image. Colors and sharpness won't be as good as the 4K version, but depth and dimension in 3D wins handedly.
Oh yeah, baby, contact. Thank you, Shane. It's time for me to do my thing. Come over to the Brass Tacks channel. We're gonna go balls deep.
Audio was done in Dolby Atmos for the 4K disc, and it's pretty much demo material. Chapter 1 Space Battle intro had a great mix of discrete overhead effects, seamless front-to-back panning, and extremely low-energy bass. The entire third act of the movie is just a mix of everything you'd want from an action movie, with accurately placed sounds that follow the on-screen action precisely. Hard-hitting bass to subtler ambient sounds came through crystal clear. Dialogue through all the action moments was never an issue, and the musical score sounded detailed and expansive. So for audio, I'd have to give it a 9.5. If you need to show off your audio system, there's plenty of scenes to choose from in this movie. For 3D video, I'd have to go with an 8.5. The movie was shot with a mix of native 3D cameras and 2D cameras that were post-converted. Those post-converted scenes looked great, but the 3D moments were clearly better. But overall still, it had great depth and dimension through the entire movie. For the 4K disc, I'd have to go with an 8.5 as well for both HDR and Dolby Vision. Colors could seem a bit exaggerated at times, but sharpness looked excellent and definitely better in clarity over the regular Blu-ray. If I had to choose which version to watch, I'd probably go with the 3D version. There are just too many sequences that you know 3D was the main focus, and the 4K version just can't beat the added depth and dimension you get from 3D. Now, if you're interested in picking up any of these movies, I left a link down below. It helps out the channel if you use those links, which helps us bring you videos like this one. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.